So when is it a good time to buy a generator for your detailing business? You're starting off, you're a mobile detailer, and you're thinking, hey, I need that generator, I need that pressure washer, I need that water tank, because some customers, I won't be at their home, they'll be off location at an apartment, so I need power to obviously service the customers. So in this video, I'll be talking about when you should and shouldn't go out and buy the generator for your detailing services. So here I have a Honda EU 2000i. Retail price is about 1,000 buckaroos in the US. I actually got this on Craigslist for around $700, so it was a good deal. And this is a super great generator. I highly recommend it if you are going to purchase one. But I don't recommend you purchase one if you're just starting off in your detailing business. I mean by like you have 0 customers, you're still learning, and you have like very little to no products or tools. Because what you're gonna do is you have this mindset going on right now of because you've seen the read blog posts, you've seen videos, you've seen people post on Instagram where you develop this mindset of saying that person has it, that person's doing great, that person knows what he's doing, so now I absolutely must have that tool or product in order to be successful. And you just feed this thought into yourself saying, I need that, I have to have that, I have to have that, I have to have it. And you get so fixated on this idea that you just cannot move away from buying that product and tool, and you think you won't be successful or you can't start until you have that product or tool in your hand. And yes, a generator does come in handy when it's needed. When I go out to apartments, or when I'm in a parking lot, or when I'm at someone's job, and there's it just makes life so much easier when you have a generator. But it's not like it definitely didn't start like that in the beginning. When I first started, I didn't have dozens of calls coming in a week saying, hey, I'm over here in the apartments, I'm over here at this house, I'm over here in this parking lot, I didn't get those calls. So this again, it costs retail price at $1,000. I bought it used for $700, so it's definitely not cheap. And if you don't have any customers coming in, no revenue coming in, no leads coming in, then it's kind of senseless to go out and buy something for something that you may or may not even need. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm all about being prepared. I'm all about doing the job right. But again, when you have no customers, no leads, no revenue coming in, then you're just adding expenses that are not needed. Now you may be saying, oh well, if I had one, I'd be able to go out to business parks, I'd be able to go there, I'd be able to go sell my service at apartments, and it's slowing me down so much. So what I would say to that is, I would first make your first $1,000, however you can make that, offering detailing services, and then think about buying a generator. Because a problem that I had is when I bought a generator, this is my second one. The first one was from Harbor Freight. I think it was called a Predator generator. But the problem that I had is that I had bought a generator, but 99% of the calls were coming from customers that were at a home location. So I was able to hook up to their power or to their water source if I needed to. So power was never a problem because they had some on site. So there was no need for me to pull out the generator, make noise, waste gas, maintenance on it, when I could just plug up a few feet away from the vehicle at their home location. And that could easily happen to you, where you buy this generator, whether it be cheap or expensive, you haul it around, you probably thinking you need a bigger vehicle now because you need to haul around the generator because it's not going to fit in my personal car. So you add on all these expenses, and then at the end of it, it's like you don't really even need it because you have you're getting customers that have power near them. So what I recommend is either make your first $1,000 or so with detailing services without a generator. Just make it happen however you can. Go through the bumps and the hurdles of servicing vehicles without a generator nearby. It'll be a great learning experience. Or 2, if you are getting a consistent flow of customers and you frequently see that that most of those potential customers could be off-site at an apartment or in a parking lot at a business park, and it would you've lost customers because you didn't have a generator, then yeah, at that point I would say, okay, go ahead and pull the trigger on the generator, because you're losing money or not generating money because you don't have power on demand. But don't just have that fixated mindset of you've trained your thought saying, I absolutely need that generator, I absolutely need that tool or product, I cannot do anything without that tool and product. You can't have that mindset. So I would say struggle for a little bit, make your first $1,000. However you can do that. If you gotta, if it's super stressful, if it's a big hassle, go through it. It's gonna be fine. It's a great learning experience. If not, if you see that a lot of potential customers are, not going with you, or you can't service them because you don't have power, by all means pull the trigger and buy a generator. Now, what specific type of generator? That's going to be completely based on your budget and the machines you're running. I don't have an air compressor. I'm not going to get an air compressor. I'm not going to run like some super like a VX5000. I'm not going to run multiple tools, or at least that many heavy tools on this generator. I'm not going to run a pressure washer on it. So I don't need the biggest, baddest thing on the market. This is a very compact machine. It only weighs, I think it said like 50 pounds or so. It takes 1.5 gallons of gas. I think it gets like 8 hours runtime, if depending on the load, but I think it's at like 8 hours or so runtime. So this is super compact, super efficient, and it's it's very, very quiet as for a generator of this power. So it definitely fits me great, especially because I don't have the biggest rig out there. It's just almost it's just a wagon with cargo space in the back, so I don't have all that much room anyhow, so I couldn't haul around a big old 4,000 watt generator. So you have to make sure it fits within your vehicle, your budget, the power you need to run whatever you're going to be running it off of. So you have to take all those into consideration. But really, if you don't have the budget for it, is this going to be like a deal breaker? Like if you could spend $1,000 on one generator, or maybe $300, $500 on tools and products, and $500 on like running Facebook ads or learning marketing or buying books, I would definitely put this aside and go more towards the learning how to run a business side of things, instead of saying this generator is gonna make or break my business. If I don't have this, I'm not gonna be in business. I would not have that mentality, because again, I didn't have a generator for the longest, right? After I noticed, I stopped using a generator for a very long time, because I noticed that 99% of the customers were at home locations, and even when that 1% was not at a home location, I was still able to get power at the apartments, because either one, they had a private garage where I could hook up to electricity, or there was outlets somewhere nearby where I can hook up to and it'd be no problem. So again, it's one of those like you kind of figure it out as you go. Yes, it's a bit more work to see, like you got to park the car in the appropriate place, you got to make sure that your electrical cord can reach the plug. Yes, there is hurdles to it, but again, is there a workaround? Is there a solution to that? Absolutely. And if you think that you can't do that, like you have like you just that's too big of a hurdle, then you're gonna have problems in your business, because that's one very small problem you have to face when you're running a business, which you'll face a lot bigger, more difficult problems. So just keep that in mind. Yes, a generator is great. This one has come in handy many times, but I've also been able to figure out how to service customers with no generator when I wasn't at their home location. It is a bit more work, but hey, if it can get done, it can get done. So those are my thoughts. Leave your thoughts down below on your generator. When did you buy one? How much did you pay for it? Did it really come in handy? Could you have waited a few months or years? Give me your feedback down below in the comments, and I will see you on the next video.